Hey, what is up everyone, Blade here, and welcome back to another video of 7 Deadly Sins Origins. Inside today's video, guys, we're going to be going ahead and doing both New Abyss, being the Abyss Dragon, as well as the Abyss Spider Dungeon, in which I do have my fair opinions about both of these dungeons, and we're going to talk about it today. Now, some of you people may agree, some of you guys may not agree. I know some people weren't happy that this was a very small or much smaller looking patch here, but we do have a lot of things coming in, like I think like 2 more events and stuff. But some people aren't too satisfied, so we're going to talk about it. We're going to see exactly what happens and just go through our gameplay. So if you guys like the video, be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let's get straight into it. Now, throughout the time period that this update has already happened, which has only been a day so far, I ended up recording, or at least streaming yesterday, playing this entire time here and trying out the New Abyss. The first thing I say about both Abyss is they're kind of jokes. Right, it's kind of weird. Now I'm not meaning this in the way to like offend devs or anything like that whatsoever. It's just kind of weird because unlike Galen and them that had a huge what's it called, ceiling on the difficulty immediately, these are very lackluster, and I think it's because, of course, they didn't really change all too much. Spider Dungeon, we already knew was going to be a fire related thing, so many of us were already prepping fire units themselves. And with Escanor, or either characters that like Gila and them, that once you build them, when they come to max, they're just starting to curb stomp everything in here. And Spider Dungeon is like the first place that you see this. But it's not necessary that you're just killing it too fast. It's just necessarily that the Spider Dungeon itself was never as difficult as we thought it was. Spider Dungeon itself was mainly given as just a speed issue, where for some reason it was always coming down to the spider always running. You always had some issues with that, and that was always, what the flip, what, whoa, I don't know what just happened. I don't know what just happened. I just caught that recording. The flip just happened. Okay, we're gonna act like that didn't happen there. I wanna, oh my god, I can't leave. Okay. Okay, well, that's a blooper that's staying in the video. Oh, that's perfect. I didn't think I would get something like that on video. That is... Netmarble, please fix that. Please fix that, for the love of God. I don't know what the flip just happened. It didn't even spawn the spider. It just was there. Well, that wasn't scheduled for the video. But I will say, or could try to continue exactly what I was saying. Spider Dungeon itself only had the issue of, it was just a long dungeon. Not as long as Furs and Mines, but it was a long dungeon. And the thing that just made it hard was the spider moved around a lot, right? It always ran. Well, now we have characters that I wouldn't say personally kill ultra quickly, but they can kill ultra quickly depending on your builds. But the characters themselves can live a lot longer. For example, we have HP max stats and stuff like that. Our characters are starting to get even stronger. And now Spider Dungeon, although we have the more difficult difficulty, it just comes down to being more of a, okay, the dungeon's here, it's awesome, but you're not really doing much. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of the same thing over and over again. And with the new little shortcut they added, which I do love this, by the way, it lets you get through it even quicker and without really failure. I want to say, now that the Abyss timer is gone, and I know some people are going to be on my case about that, now that the Abyss timer is gone, you don't really feel too rushed with this. And with the Spider Dungeon, not only was it just the rushing that made you feel alive with it, but it was also the fact that the spider could kill you. Now I can say pretty thoroughly, I'm not really too afraid of the spider killing me. If anything, I'm more afraid of the spider itself getting killed too quickly, or either being stalled out, which is pretty interesting to say that, but it is the truth when it does come down to it. And as you can see, we can just rip down anything pretty easily. I think the only thing that's different is, of course, in Spider Dungeon, we were using Meliodas to clear. Now we can't really use him as often, but it still is pretty darn easy to get through a lot of this content. So pretty interesting. Now they did do a good job with, once this spider does hit you like with his trampoline move, it does deal damage, but other than that, it's pretty much the same dungeon, just as kind of easy, which is very interesting to see that at least. Now once we get to the dragon one, I'm not even going to speak on that until we get there, because the dragon one, I don't know what they were smoking. I don't know who told them to release that and that it was okay, but the dragon one is interesting, and I think a lot of you guys are gonna get what I mean when, of course, when we get there. But it is actually kind of funny because I expected a lot more from the dragon one itself, but it's just actually kind of funny. So let's go ahead and kill this. This is just as easy as it was, of course. We do have the new little block thing. I want to know you guys' opinion on that, by the way. Are y'all happy to see that the block functions there, so you can actually see what moves are getting blocked, or what's happening here? How do y'all feel about that? Now, a lot of people didn't understand exactly what the block was. Block has always been here. It kind of explains why every now and again you just don't deal that amount of damage, and it's because you don't have the overall pierce damage that you do need in order to keep your stuff from getting blocked by the boss. And I think people didn't understand that at first, and when I was talking about it, they were like, oh, what the heck is this new thing? What is this new function? It sucks, and it's so on and so forth. And it's one of those things that I feel like they always should have had this, or at least they always should have had the block thing as a text, because a lot of people are just confused and they are like thinking as if now they're getting just nerfed, when in reality we've always been receiving this. We just have never been able to see it. So it is kind of interesting to see how that's turning out here. I'm gonna pop this, making sure we can get our burst off here, get our hits off, and then he's probably gonna jump, which, yeah, they expect it here. Let's go ahead and swap back in, make sure we get our magic efficiency here. Swap back in again, swap back in again, and we're not gonna deal the most damage, but still, let's just pop it. And I actually lost my buff there too, which sucks. But I was trying to build up my ults gauge really fast beforehand, but couldn't get it off in time, which does kind of suck. But what more can you do? As you can see, the boss is just still is jumping. Like it still will jump. It deals damage when, of course, it wants to deal damage, and that's usually if it tramples you. But other than that, you're still pretty much good. You just have to just dodge the guy. And I'm pretty sure most of you guys are probably clearing this even faster than me, because, you know, I kind of suck at doing some of this stuff at times. So it's no surprise if I'm not clearing it that quick. But I do feel like Abyss has kind of lost its main shine, which is the whole issue with how it timed it was. I do think I like the timing way more, because at least timing at that point gave you a sense of urgency to take it down really quick. And now we don't really have that sense of urgency anymore. It's more like, okay, if you're strong, you get it, boom, easy, and that's about it. So I don't know, that might be just a personal opinion. It might be my own thing, which it probably is my own thing, because I know a couple of you guys actually do like the timer, or at least the new timing, but I think I'm like the only person who's probably having an issue with it. But either way, still cool, pretty nice. At least this one is a dungeon. Now, getting to the one that isn't a dungeon, in which I am going to use one of my key packs, because I do kind of want to just grab both of these for the video either way. But getting to the one that is an actual joke, that one's going to be the dragon. Now, the dragon is totally opposite of Spider Dungeon, right? Spider Dungeon, of course, we have a long dungeon. Yeah, sure, people could argue and say, well, the dragon's always been an instance dungeon, or just been a boss. I would like to argue that, yes, it has been that way, but for Abyss, I don't believe we should be able to clear it in this manner. And what I mean by that is, you would think with the addition of the newer mode, or the newer difficulty, that is going to be difficult, right? Wrong. Now, I'm just gonna do this here. I'm not even gonna waste some time. I'm actually just gonna go ahead and go fight one of these dudes to build up a gauge real quick, because I don't think they've gotten rid of the gauge build thing yet, and even then I still don't think we fully need it. But still, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it because it makes this a little bit quicker. And although stalling this time is not needed, I'm just gonna be honest with you guys, it's gonna go by fast anyway, so who cares? But the dragon itself is kind of funny because I thought we were gonna have a huge problem. Meliodas might not help out as much in there or something, right? You know, I thought it was gonna be something difficult, like something crazy, but instead it's not. And you're gonna see exactly what I mean by this. So let's go ahead and get this last swap in here. I think we should have enough for it in a second. Boom, we get our magic charge efficiency. And all right, thank you, Mr. Frog. I'm out of here. I'll stop abusing you now, and let's just go ahead and get into the abyss. Now, this one is funny. This is just crazy because some people are like, okay, yeah, it does take me a little bit to get the dragon, which is understandable. I think the highest I've seen most people do it is like 3 minutes, 2 minutes here, for at least if they're not prepped, right? Now, if you're prepped, I feel bad for this poor dragon because it's just as if you're fighting the hard mode version of him, or at least the hell mode of him. It's just the same thing, and it's kind of funny because all I have to do is just wait till he jumps to the side here. He jumps to the side, cool. He's gonna go ahead and do this. I'm gonna use this immediately, swap, use this just for the burst, and then from here Q, and then just E spam. And this is what I was hoping they would work on and keep from being a thing, but no. It's still a thing. It's still a thing for the dragon, which is kind of funny. And my Meliodas isn't even as strong as he should be because I'm still using the garbage gluttonous blade. Did that max out? It's just gonna be a huge stat stake for some other character later down the line, but I'm not even using the crit damage one. And that's the funniest part. It's just me using the gluttonous blade, and I'm over here cooking that man. So I know people who are using the crit damage blade are probably like killing that in seconds pretty easily, and it's just saddening. It's kind of saddening there. I feel like the Abyss dungeons this update weren't as crazy as like the Frozen Mines one, right? Frozen Mines came out and dog, that jump was already running people's pockets, as well as it was just doing way better than expected. And then Galen, of course, with his gimmicky fight that was giving people already problems, but his Abyss was no joke. It was still walking down people. Even later down the line at the end of the patch, people were still getting kind of walked down by him, which was interesting to say the least. But these two Abyss kind of feel, I don't know if it's just a me thing. It may just be a me thing, but what do you guys think? Do you like the new Abyss? Do you not like them? I'm waiting on the new dungeon that's going to happen next update, and I'm probably going to have some different options or some different videos coming up here very soon talking about Merlin, Elizabeth, the options of whoever's there, and so on and so forth. But let me know down below in the comment section. So then everybody, thank you and peace out.